Hello, this is another demonstration of the functional test software, which I've been working on over the last month. Um, the main goal of this software is to give you less user error for when somebody doesn't understand. Maybe they don't understand how to type commands. Maybe they type a command wrong. You get false failures. It's to reduce false failures through user error. And what I'll do is I'll show you basically that it works with batch files, executables, and Python files, and it stores the results in a CSV file. So what you would do is you would create your own test plan. This is the one I've designated for what I'm going to do. Um, you'll select what files you want to run, and it will give a if there's not a user response to determine pass fail, if your file determines it, your exit code would be 7 or 8, depending on pass or fail. And this software would determine pass or fail based on that exit code. I'll show you how that works, but first I need to go ahead and show you that the software is working. So I'll go ahead and select the test that I've created for this. I'll go ahead and use a serial number. I'll just say any number I can pull up here, and I'll go ahead and start the test. And the purpose of this test is to show you that it works with Python, executables, and batch files. And it will just call the file, it will start the file. I'm going to leave this over here so you can see it actually create that. And when this is finished, I'm going to show you what's inside of each of these files. I don't think I have to show you each Python file. I'll show you the pass and the fail of one of them. All of them are a little bit the same. All I did was change the variable from pass to fail. Oh, that'd be the last test right there. Okay, so you can see that it did give a test result of fail for the failed test. This will be a pass. So it looks like it's working. It gives you a serial number at the end. You have your test results over here. We'll go ahead and look at the test results, and it'll show you that it did give you the correct test results. And then I'll go ahead and I'll show you, what each of these files have inside of these. The main thing I want to show you is that the software is working. When I release the source code, I want to make sure there's no bugs. I'm going to reduce the code after today. I'm going to start reducing code. But you can see I ran the test one time. It has all these results right here. You can see that the serial numbers are all based on that one right there, and there's the date and time stamp. If I run the test again, which I will really quick, I'll go ahead and do that. It won't hurt. I'll go ahead and run it again, and I'll just give it a different number like that, and I'll go ahead and start the test. The next time I open this CSV file, it's going to have both tests stored into that CSV file. Again, the first two are Python. This is an executable, and the only thing is, they're a different type of way of running the test, but they're all using the same exit codes. It's an exit code of 7 for pass, 8 for fail. I'll show you the results one more time. Now, since I've already run it, and you can see now that there's other data in here. You can see that now it's run two tests with two different boards. It would be two different boards. So you can see that that's working. It gives you, the pass fail. It tells you what files were run with it. And now I will show you the actual files that I used, so you can modify. If you want to use this, I'll show you what you have to add to your file to make it work. So if you use a batch file, um, all you would have to add was you'd have to set your variable. So you'd put your code up here, your test code up here. None of this would be here. It'd be your test code. The output of your test code, you set this variable to either pass or fail based on whatever your test call, test results were from your test, and then you add the rest of this to your batch file, and it would work. And this is the failed state. The pass one is exactly the same, except the variable says pass. For the C++ file, here's the failed state for the C++. Again, all of this right here would be your test that you would put in here for your test. Everything else you would have to add in to your test. Everything here, like right here's the variable. That would be the result from your test. You'd either put pass or fail in here, and it would, perform exactly how it's supposed to. That's the fail. The pass one's exactly the same, except it has a pass going into that variable, but it's exactly the same. If you're using Python, the Python is basically the variable I'm setting to fail. And you just add all of this in. You wouldn't need this. This is just for me to run a loop. It's just a little counter. It's just a little counter for me to make sure it's working. But the rest of this you'd have to add in. That you wouldn't have to add in. And then the pass state is exactly the same thing for the Python file. Again, you wouldn't need this, but I'm setting a pass in, so it's going to send out. The output will be exit code 7. So that's how it works, and that's how it works with this software. Seems to work very well. I'm going to keep testing this and make sure I don't find any more bugs in the software. And I will give the source code, and I'll show you how to compile it so that you can compile it for yourself and make any changes you need to change if you need to change something. Have a good day.